After a string of very dark days, the question as to whether last week's emphatic thumping of the origin-depleted Cowboys was a false dawn for Ricky Stuart's Raiders was sure to be answered against the defending premiers, who had won 4 of their last 5. Plenty of fancy footwear on display, but the colour of their boots meant little as the Roosters began to let the ball do the talking.
Towards the wing of Tupou, won't get that far instead. Centre field, the push back from Maloney. He passes, eventually it gets to Tupou, and Daniel gets the first try.
The Roosters would quickly step into gear, rolling through the middle, the halves directing traffic down the left.
He tried to steamroll his way over. Friend gives it to Maloney, long to Tupou, and Daniel's in for number 2.
Up 12-0, and it should have been more moments later as Anthony Milford committed the custodian's cardinal. But while the Roosters would fail to take advantage on that occasion, they'd soon get another opportunity in the red zone.
Nice ball to Maloney, who runs right into the in goal and runs under the crossbar to boot. James Maloney.
The Roosters cruising into the break, leading the Raiders 18 points to 0. The honeymoon has long been over for the Raiders coach. With few positives from the first half, there was little ceremony in the sheds. Ricky Stuart imploring his men to plug the holes, and they'd lift their intensity, holding the Roosters at bay. But there was little the Raiders could do about the aerial specialist.
Maloney, who kicks across field, looking for jumping Tupou! There's number 3 for Daniel Tupou! The giraffe on the wing for the Roosters has stuck his big neck up and grabbed another one.
It was looking fairly grim for Canberra. Terry Campese would launch his own aerial assault.
Torpedo bomb. But he's circling above Allianz, taken by Minicello. He needs some support. Minicello away from Campese. Inside it's Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. He loses the ball.
The Roosters appeared to have all the answers, but the Raiders would go back to basics, and eventually it would pay dividends.
Another throw, Boyd goes on to Cornish now for Milford. Milford gets out of one tackle, passes for Jack Whiten, and the Raiders go in eventually.
But the moment was fleeting as the Roosters came charging back.
Pearce runs, gives the ball for Muller, and he dropped it over the line there.
Tries are hard enough to come by for front rowers, having them denied, a bit too much to bear.
That's a try.
I didn't think he lost it in the first place.
With the clock winding down, that howler was unlikely to play any part in the result, but the Raiders kept coming.
There's Mitch, gives it short for Paul Vaughan to power into the end goal and gets the ground.
Too little, too late from Canberra. The Roosters would add another 2 to their total late. 26 points to 12 victors over the Raiders. David Murdoch, NRL.com.
Like, comment, and subscribe to see you in my next video.